Hello again, welcome back. So last week I showed you my Hot Toys Ed 209 Movie Masterpiece Series 12. So this week, now we get to look at their re-release or reboot or however you want to call it. Movie Masterpiece Series 204. And we get to see the many different updates that they've done to them. Supposedly they've actually addressed a lot of the articulation issues that I had with the first one. I guess with that said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Move this guy out of the way. Got the instructions right here on top. Ooh, I can tell already there's a lot more stuff to add to them. And it takes batteries. I'm gonna get some nice sound effects. Sorry, this is probably the most least attractive part of unboxing. Ooh. So right off the bat, there's no misconstruction of what is inside this bad boy. And let's go ahead and do the reveal. Maybe, possibly. Whoa. Oh man, that's even like stickier than the original one. So they've updated the packaging, which I really do like. So this seems like it actually contours it a lot better. Here's some of the extra accessories. Ooh, it's got a placard. I wonder if it's got like a base plate or something. Well, let me go ahead and change camera angle so we can take a better look at this. Well, there he is. Just to start off, it is a huge difference between the second release and the first release. I mean, hands down, night and day difference between this and the first release. Before I get into some of the detail on him, we'll talk about some of his accessories real quick. So he does come with this little label piece, but actually is a remote for sound effects. The only reason why I'm having to use it so close is the batteries in it are quite old and I didn't get any replacements for this video. He does come with a battle damage arm from the movie. You might be able to see some of the paint on here, and it is like very much metallic. It definitely looks like a metal of some sort. It is not, of course, because it's plastic. Here are the hoses and wires. So much detail that went into just this little part, and I can promise you that detail went into the rest of him. Now, one little detail that I really liked for packaging purposes, this little desking pouch right here. So he's got batteries just on the back side of his head, and he does not come with batteries, thank goodness, but instead they put this inside the battery compartment to make sure the terminals didn't corrode. This is a small detail that I find absolutely amazing. It shows that manufacturers take that pride just in something as cheap as this to make sure it's there. And I definitely want to show that with other products that I have in the future, especially some of the third-party transformers I have and I get from TF Direct that I have in my stockpile somewhere. And just a little bit of details that doesn't cost them a whole lot of money, but it shows to the customer, especially me, that they've actually taken that time and pride in their products. All right, with that said, now we can take a little bit closer look at him. The articulation, it is there. He's now got elbow movements, swivels, his rocket packs move up and down. He's actually got an exposed rocket pack right here. Targeting system moves forward. The rockets come up into firing position, and he is ready to go. Just on the legs and feet by itself. So he's got these little panels right here that will actually self-move and self-clear for the actual amount of movement that he has in his feet. Plus each and every one of the toes move and articulate. And you might be able to see it inside the camera, but there's actually a bunch of wires that add to the additional detail to this guy. He's got functioning cylinders on the legs. Head movement. He has up and down and side to side movement. Additional movement in the hips. And my favorite part, let's see if I can do this. It's kind of tight though. So his legs will extend up, and you can actually make him taller. And get so much more additional poses in him. The panels, the locking mechanisms for his feet and legs, they move. There's a pivot right here that you can just see for additional movement, which also moves the cylinders right here. The actual screw mechanism for his legs that on the movie would actually be for his adjustments, it turns. It does not adjust his leg, but it does turn to give that realistic movie look to him. More metallic paint right here to add to the detail on some of the bolts. You can actually see that there's looks like oil dripping from it. not just like a hazing effect to it. The boots are still very nice and soft. Same thing with the headpiece. It's a very nice soft texture. The only thing that's different is it looks like that they molded a harder plastic around the edge, I guess, to keep it from peeling up. I wonder if that's what they were having problems with on the older one. Just on the mouth slit right here, additional wires, discoloration right there by the mouthpiece, chrome look right here. It is a night and day difference. And to kind of give you a example of such, let's pan the camera a little bit. And so in this lighting you might not be able to see it as well, but let me see if I can turn them sideways and maybe you can see the difference. So you can see by the shading effect and the metallicness of, like, this is just a gray with like some darker grays put into it. This one very much looks like a metallic look to him. And you compare that to this guy over here. These cylinders do not move. These do. Adjustable legs. The difference in the paint around the bolts, how this is just grayed out around the sides. And these actually look like there's oil dripping from them. The size on the feet and the amount of adjustability. It is a night and day difference between these guys. It is they have done such a nice job with this second release. With that said, I wish that they had actually released a second version of the Hot Toys Power Loader like I had read, because the amount of detail that you can see the difference in between these two, I would love to see that change in the Power Loader. I do have a couple more Hot Toys that I want to talk about in the future. I know I've got the new Hulkbuster that I waited. I feel like I waited almost. It felt like almost 2 years to get. And I hear that's supposed to have tremendous amount of detail. What else? Yeah, so the price of this guy when he originally released was a little over $400. So at the time of filming this, I double checked to see if there's any availability. None from reputable retailers, unfortunately. Granted, like I said, I think this one came out in 2016, so almost a 10 years difference between this guy and this guy. However, I did find a lot of people on eBay selling this guy for about $400-500, which in my opinion is an amazing price, especially if you are a RoboCop fan. This guy definitely is a must-have. The amount of detail you get with him. Let's see if I can get into a saying out of him.
You are in direct violation of Penal Code 113, Section 9. You now have 5 seconds to comply. 4, 3, 2, 1. I am now authorized to use physical force.
Absolutely love it. I guess that's pretty much all I got for this guy. Like I said, it's a night and day difference. He's not that any harder to put together. As a matter of fact, his headpiece is actually mounted to his torso, and then you've got the arms and legs, and that's pretty much about it. But you get so much more detail, you get so much more accessories, and I think they were about the same price when they both released. For next week, I'll be revisiting the A300 from ASRock Desk Mini with the external GPU, but this time we're gonna be mounting it in here. The Razer Core X external GPU enclosure, and I've gotten a couple adapters to hopefully make it fit nice and neat up in here. And As you can, here's a little Easter egg for you here. Still got using the M.2 adapter. I plan on showing exactly how I route this. I've actually got multiple options for this, and I will discuss more about that next week. I know that has been y'all's most favorite video, so I will be revisiting that. And so if you want to see that, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. If you like this video, hit that like button, and I shall definitely see you in the next one. Thank you.